Yeah, everybody. All right. Welcome to Just Conversation. We shoot the shit, basically. First time doing a live from home in a bit. Did a lot of lives while I was on vacation. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna copy the link, and let me go to the comments and drop it like it's hot. The link is there. If anybody wants to join me, I'm also live on Facebook right now on my Facebook. Anybody who got me on Facebook and wants to join, um, you have to go to YouTube. You have to press the link that I'm on. Go to YouTube and just press the button. I wanted to practice doing this live because tomorrow I'll be running a live from 1 to 7 Eastern time on fantasy football. So I want to just be on for an hour or so, see if everything runs smoothly. Okay. But I'm definitely gonna be doing a live tomorrow on fantasy football. Anybody who wants to join, you have till 12 p.m. tomorrow to decide if you want to join. I'm gonna need people to, if they want to join, they're gonna have to pick a team, which is two quarterbacks, two running backs, two wide receivers, a tight end, a defensive team, and a kicker on one ticket, $25, and then you have to give me what you think the total score will be for the Bears versus Rams game at nighttime. Only teams allowed to play are the teams that are playing Sundays, not Monday, not Thursday. It's only Sunday games. So, if anybody wants to join, Gabe Alex at GabrielAlexanderCollection.com is the email. The Cash App is I don't remember what Cash App. I switched it up. I know that much. The Cash App is Tammy. What's up, baby? For anybody who wants to play the fantasy football, wants more details, you guys could just email me. But Gabe, GABE, the THEBX Legend is the new Cash App I have, so I have to update that. I want to say what's up to Tammy. Much love, Tammy. Always love. And that's for tomorrow. So, like I said, I wanna see how everything runs tonight. And much love, Tammy. Let's see how everything runs tonight and make sure I don't have no glitches. I had to go back to StreamYard because StreamMelon wasn't cooperating. Um, this is more pricier, but you don't fix something that's not broken, and it wasn't broken. Okay, I know it's already past midnight in the East Coast, but I decided to go with this background. I was supposed to go to the city earlier today, but I got caught up doing some stuff, and then we recorded an episode for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be dropping a new episode of The Ultimate Perspective featuring myself, Gabe the Bronx Legend, and JB the Jeweler. And we covered interesting topics. It's an hour show. If you haven't caught it, you can catch up to the first 6 episodes. Tomorrow, episode number 7 drops. It's all on my channel. Go under the Ultimate Perspective playlist. Right now, my channel is set up like an on-demand service, so it has the travel network, which you can see all the stuff that I've done while traveling or doing basically anything in general outside of the New York area. Um, I also have different little stuff that I'm going to start updating more and more now that I'm back in New York. Uh, Just conversation is this because I've done lives while I was away, but it wasn't, I didn't put just conversation because it wasn't as comfortable as being at home type thing. JB's supposed to join me in a few. JB, the link is there. I mean, let me know if you need it again. Yeah, Tammy's family. Much love for Tammy always. I got you. Yeah, I had to eat after we recorded the episode, so I get you, brother. But yeah, so what's going on out there in the YouTube streets early on was a little interesting. And for people who are on Facebook, that are not the YouTube streets, you have any questions, anything, you can post it in the comments on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to look. I know it's a late show, but I just want, like I said, I want to run it smoothly to see for tomorrow's football games, that everything runs as it's supposed to. I had a little glitch earlier on with JB, and I want to make sure we don't have that. I don't have that glitch tomorrow, so definitely have to fix that. If anybody's in the bushes wants to jump up, the link is there. Um, there's got to be. I got to learn how to pin this. No, it says put user in timeout. What happens if you know, back from vacay, was chilling out, had a great time, spent a lot of money, but kept it to a reasonable price. Thank God. You know, now we're back in New York. We actually had to spend a couple nights extra. One night we chose to stay. The second night we were forced to stay because of the weather here in New York with Ida. New York was bad. New York, everything was horrible. That with that storm, I've never seen anything like that in these areas. Um, I posted some stuff on my YouTube channel that everybody basically seen here in New York. I didn't see it in person. I saw it over there. Um, but yeah, the storm was very bad out here, and it it ruined our plans coming home. I mean, I want to say ruined it because at least we got an extra night in Vegas. We got to walk around Vegas a little bit more. So sorry, it didn't mess up our plans. It gave us an extra day, but JetBlue took care of us. So let's just say we got another flight coming soon. Actually, we're supposed to go back to Vegas now in uh in October, but we still haven't have that confirmed. So I'm waiting for the princess to confirm it. If she hears this now or later, you know who you are, and we know when your birthday is. So by the way, water. Ever since surgery, water is the nastiest thing in the world to me. I used to drink it by the gallons. I can't, not no more. It's not as much fun as it used to be. Now, right now, I just got nauseous drinking it. But yeah, anybody wants to write anything in the chat, they want to jump up here, feel more than free. We're gonna run here basically like an hour 20 minutes the most. Tomorrow the show gets released, so we're gonna definitely looking forward to the next Ultimate Perspective show episode. I mean chapter, sorry, and we're definitely dropping that tomorrow. All right, let's see if while we're here, I can figure this out. Oh, okay. It actually says guest make a noise when a guest comes in. I've never seen that. I know Melon would give me the JB the jeweler in the back. That was pretty cool. I know StreamYard does do that, so that's good. All right, and I'm gonna put here. Look at that. I have my cash app and all that information that I've never made scroll. No, no, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it. But yeah, we're waiting for JB to join. Anybody in the chat want to talk? I'm here. I chose to go with the 9/11 background. Like I said, we weren't able to go downtown like we wanted to, but we'll probably do that on Monday. See if the lights are still there. But we couldn't do it today. I got caught up doing some stuff that I needed to get done, and it was running too late. I was on YouTube a couple hours here and there though. I was on Rose Gold's chat the whole time, but back and forth. I had to move around and get a lot of stuff done. Anybody's in the chat, feel free to type in, jump up here. If you got an issue with me, jump up here. I got no problem with confrontation. We all know this. A little something happened earlier on in Rose Gold's chat that was interesting. I think people seem to forget that I've publicly stated that I love the fuck shit. BX Mel, what up, brother? Salute to you, my man. Got the Knicks ready to go. He got the Knicks logo ready to go. We got the background for you right here, Mel. You know how it is, man. Somber day in New York today. I moved around all day, but it definitely was a somber day, like always. 20 years later, man. 20 years, bro. Fucking time flies, man. 20 years ago, I'm telling you, I said it earlier on Rose. I had the two-way pager 20 years ago. Who would have thought I'm sitting in front of a computer screen, actually a TV, not even a computer screen, a TV with a cell phone camera looking at me, and I have a background of the city. Like 20 years ago, who would have thought that? Because whoever did made a lot of money. And it wasn't us, but somebody did. Those two-way pages, it was hard to get reception. I was moving around trying to get reception back then. Like now, it's my phone. Not even, it's a backup phone because I got the other phone right now looking at Facebook. You know, little late night talk, but you know how it is. Yo, Mel, you still here, bro? Where were you when it happened, man? I'm trying to find out what people, where were they when 9/11 happened? The story, you know, you can type it in the chat or whatever. If you get a chance to, where were you standing at when you heard the news? What was going through the thought process? Was it dealing with family at that moment, like myself? Um, the memories of how the family reacted to it. You know, it's just the thought of 9/11, man. That shit's so surreal, man. Just the thought of it, like just sitting there watching TV, and then bam, that second plane hit. I'm like, wow, I really literally saw it. And then to see the second tower drop was heart wrenching, very heart wrenching. But you know, 20 years later, hindsight's over already, I guess. Yeah. Um, Tammy, if you're still here too, okay, can you tell us where you were at? Anybody who's here wants to say where they were at, what went on? Please let us know. Oh, okay, Carlos. What Western Beef was it? The one on Webster? 'Cause I was working on 167 in West Farms for housing. Yeah, if it's the one on Webster, bro, that shit's still standing. That supermarket ain't going nowhere. Best meat prices. I got Carlos Jordan.
Hey
Carlos,
guys, what's up? Um, I want to tell you guys my story of 9/11. I was working at Webster Avenue at Western Beef at the Bronx at the time. I was living in New York when 9/11 happened, and so I was walking because it's not a far walk. So
no.
I got out of my building on Crescent Avenue where I used to live at, and went to the across the street to the Grand Concourse, and I'm walking down to Webster Avenue, and I got a text from my brother because he was in high school at the time. It's like, yo, bro, turn on the news when you go to Western Beef. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I got to the job, and I think they had a back in the TV in the back, and they said that not that the World Trade Center got hit. I'm like, wow. And I remember like it was yesterday. The assistant store manager told us to get out of the building. So people in the Grand Concourse were freaking out, and I never seen the Grand Concourse that packed before. And they were saying don't go to the World Trade Center, go to the World Trade Center. So so I was trying to get out of the line, and I got into the station, the 182nd, 183rd D train station, and to take a shortcut back home. No, I didn't get in the train. I just got into the other subway station line by Question. So I ran back to the house to turn on the TV, and literally, God is my witness. On the TV, saw the World Trade Center collapse, and I was just silent.
Wow.
Just
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, yeah, Western Beef is right there too. That's a quick walk too, from where you at.
yeah, it was a walk.
Yeah.
I worked from Western B from July 2001 to December of 2003.
Actually, that Western Beef was actually moved. If you didn't know that, I don't know if you know that.
No way, where it moved to?
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that right when you were there. It was in the big lot. That lot's a building now, and now Western Beef is actually on 180th going down. So it moved like a block away.
So they moved. It's still on Webster, but like a block away, right?
Away, yeah, it's completely different building now. Because before Webster was that where Western Beef was at was huge. Now it's a lot. It's still big, but it's a lot smaller, and it's in between the block. It's like towards the 180th street light, which is where people turn to go up to Third Avenue on 180th or whatever. They put it right next to there. Before it was more towards.
Okay, yeah. So it's by 180th and Burnside from where I live at. I used to live at.
Yeah, Mel's right. BX Mel's right. It moved.
And the reason I
Go ahead.
The reason why I left Western Beef is because we were getting ready to move to Tampa. And we moved to Tampa September of that year. And we've been living in Tampa ever since.
So September of that year. So the month of the World Trade is when you moved?
It was 3 years after the World Trade Center collapse.
2004. Okay. All right. Yeah, no. I actually
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, the thought of it, bro. I mean, listen to me. I was working on 167 at West Farms. I mean, I've told the story, but it's the day, so I might as well say it again. I was working on 167 at West Farms for housing for Sepco houses, and I was in the reception area, and at that time, my brother had a Sprint cell phone that had just came out because OmniPoint and Sprint were the only ones running. I didn't have a cell phone. I had the two-way pager. And I remember a lady that worked in the back offices, like for the maintenance office, comes in and she says, Gabi, did you see? I'm like, did you see what? A plane crashed into the building, into the World Trade Center. I'm like, that's bullshit. You can't fly around there. They'll shoot that plane down. She said, no, a plane did crash. I'm like, nah, man, they would have shot it down. So what we did, since we didn't have a TV there, we went right across the street where we buy the bodega that's there that we would buy sandwiches. It was a Boricua who ran it, cool guy. So he had the shit playing, and I'm watching. I'm like, oh, this shit is crazy. Like, a plane really crashed. Now, mind you, today I posted a video of the actual thing I was watching that day.
I saw it.
Yeah, it was on CNN. So I posted that bit. It was prior to the second plane hitting, because the second plane, you actually saw it live on CNN hit the second tower.
CNN actually showed the damn thing where the plane crashed into the second World Trade Center.
Yeah, I was watching it live, and
I'm like,
yeah, I was like, is this a replay? And the guy goes, no. I'm like, look, there's another plane, and then bam! That's when I said, oh, this is an attack. This is an attack. And the first thing I did was reach out to my dad, to my brother, and the service was out.
Yeah, it was definitely an attack, no question.
Yeah, bro, and I'm the service is out, and I'm calling, and
they used the plane as freaking torpedoes, bro. Literally.
Yeah, man, and the thing is, and the situation was, think about it now. Looking back in hindsight to 9/11, do you realize the thought process that they went through? And we touched on it on the show. We're gonna drop the Ultimate Perspective tomorrow. Kenny, what's going on, Karen? And if you're watching this, we need to know what's gonna go on with your birthday. Thank you. Okay, sorry. So, what ended up happening
True.
was
Go ahead, bro.
I was trying to call, and finally I got through to my brother, and my brother was my dad, and my dad was just in tears, like, I can't believe what's going on. Next thing you know, we hear the Pentagon got hit, and I'm like, wow, this is an all-out attack. And then I'm listening to Howard Stern, and Howard Stern had just announced that the second the South Tower came down, and I'm like, we ran upstairs to the roof of the building, the sixth, like basically like the seventh floor, and we look, and you could see that the helicopters are circling around, and there's only one tower standing, and it's all clouded up in smoke, and then you're hearing, we're teared up watching. And next thing you know, we go back downstairs, and then we hear that it looks like the second tower is about to collapse, and we ran back upstairs and we caught it right in time. But the crazy part was that there was so many people on different rooftops. Now, imagínate, in the Bronx, so many people in different rooftops just chilling, just watching Manhattan. It was, and then to see that second tower drop, it
Bro,
broke us all down.
I remember like it was yesterday. Grand Concourse from Kingsbridge all the way to 161st was crowded that day.
Oh no, we don't. More than that, bro. I mean, people started leaving work. It was, I mean, I'm telling you, it was just the depression that
Nobody,
in.
nobody worked. It was fucking depression.
Yeah, bro. It was.
And I know I was like a little tears came down on my face when I came back outside and into the Grand Concourse.
No, no, the
Like I
problem.
didn't I remember not talking to anybody that day.
Yeah, no, no.
There was
I was at work, but they let
it
us
was
go.
crazy.
Yeah, no, and the thought about it was what you said afterwards. Like we remember living the event, but what we saw after the event was wow. Like to see New York so united, that was the biggest part. That's why I always thought Rudy Giuliani.
Absolutely.
I always thought Rudy Giuliani would be president because of the way he handled 9/11. I hated Giuliani, and
New
still,
York.
but the way he handled 9/11 will always get respect, and that's why he became New York. He became America's mayor.
Always.
But he screwed that up. He screwed that up on his own. He
The
screwed
way
that up.
he handled 9/11 was top notch, man. You gotta respect that. You
Yeah,
got to.
absolutely.
And I remember like 2 days after that event, I took the 4 train to 149th Street Grand Concourse, and I took the 2 all the way by Wall Street. And I had to walk all the way to where Ground Zero is. And there was like a lot of people there. It was still it smelled because it was the smoke, but
Yeah,
Rudy Giuliani, I saw Rudy Giuliani out that day doing all the work, trying to help people. NYPD was there, Fire PD was there. It was like holy cow, and they had to get volunteers to see what they can do. I worked at least 2 hours of volunteer work just to get all that mess out, and it was an amazing thing to see.
absolutely. Hold hold on one second. Let me just type to somebody here. Go through now. Now.
I'm glad you text me, bro, because I want people to hear my side of the story when 9/11 happened.
Yeah, man. No, that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to do it earlier, but I didn't have a chance. But yeah, man. No, a lot of people have. I mean, remember all of us who, like my niece asked me the other day, what's going on, Blake? Hold on. Let me highlight Blake's comment here and read it. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but I live in Orange County, and it's the last county where men could work in New York City as firefighters and police officers. We lost so many husbands and fathers and family men. Absolutely, absolutely. And Orange County was kind of
We
new at that.
saw we lost so many New Yorkers that day. So many.
Not only New Yorkers, but and I touched this topic earlier with JB. Can you imagine if that attack would have happened 2 hours later, like when people were actually settled in the city? That would have been, I mean, 3,000 plus lives
That would
would have been 5,000 6,000 easily.
didn't JB lived in New York
Not in Jersey.
during that time?
Yeah. No, he lived in Jersey. He did say the story on an episode of his what he was doing at the time. It was on the second episode we did of the Ultimate Perspective. But yeah, no, JB. I mean, we and him talk about it just now. Tomorrow we're dropping the new episode at 10 a.m. And I'm gonna be doing the live football tomorrow from 1 to 7. But when it goes to
Yeah,
90,
I was thinking about doing football reviews. I was
yeah, no,
thinking about that.
reviews. I'm gonna be doing live up to date fantasy football. I'm gonna be doing fantasy football. I'm not
But
doing
yeah, bro, like
yeah, man.
I really wanted to share people my story about what happened that day. And it's crazy. Here we are 20 years later.
And let me ask you about this, Carlos. There's another day. There's another day in history in New Yorkers, and you were here still. Do you remember the blackout in 2003?
Holy shit. Yes, I remember like it was fucking yesterday.
That was the
And
reaction
I
to
was
worse than the World Trade.
I
I mean,
was
it wasn't the same thing, but I'm talking about the reaction people had because there was no power at all, no gas. People had to walk up the.
no gas, no power, no nothing. I didn't even eat food at the time. And I was visiting a friend in Queens at the time, and there was, bro, when we was headed towards Astoria, there was no fucking power.
Oh man.
Like I didn't get to my family until they put the power up, and that's where I said, like, thank God my friend gave me a place to stay, for all those years. I mean, not years, all those days. But dude, it was so fucking dark that all those days, man. That blackout was just crazy.
You know what's funny? That blackout. My niece was born like 3 months before, and that's my baby niece, and we went to the pool that day. Me, a friend of mine, her daughter, my sister, and her daughter. And at that time, me and my sister lived together, and we lived on Burnside and Morris. And I was driving, and we go up to FDR Park, to the pool, FDR pool in Yorktown Heights. And when we go up there, we're chilling, we're having a great time. It's a 100-degree day in New York City, and we're having a good time at the pool. And at 3:30, they tell us get out the car. I mean, get out the pool. And they're rushing us off, and we're like, what the hell's going on? Like, why are they kicking us out the pool like that? And the guy said, there's no lights. I'm like, that's up here. That shit ain't happening in the Bronx. So we jump in the car, and my car had maybe a little bit more than half a tank. And I stopped at a gas station, and they said that there was no gas because the pumps weren't working. I'm like, don't worry about it. The friend of mine lived in the east side downtown by Delancey. So I had to drive from Yorktown Heights to the ending of Manhattan. And when we're driving, bro, it's like an 8-hour ride from Yorktown Heights there. And then from there, it was just like everybody walking up the FDR. And then finally when we get there, we parked the car and I tried to get gas, and there was no gas anywhere. So I was scared to drive back with all that traffic and no gas. So we ended up parking the car.
That's crazy.
I ended up walking around all of Delancey looking for anything to like batteries and stuff for the house. Luckily, she's a Dominican girl, so she had plátanos there. She made us some plátano and salami. I'm grateful for that part.
You know what's crazy about us Dominicans, Papo? You know what's crazy about us Dominicans? We know how to survive.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong when you got plátanos and maduros at all times. But she cooked that shit up quick. Me and my sister, blah, 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 like we never ate before. There was nothing. You couldn't buy food. There was nothing open. You couldn't buy no food. Potato chips. That's about it. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But I mean, we can't compare what happened that day and what happened 9/11. But it was just interesting because of how crazy that August 2000 2003 day was too. But 9/11, of course, was etched in history. My niece asked me the other day.
Oh,
She goes,
absolutely.
yeah, she asked me, how did Grandpa react to the to the World Trade Center? And I told her, I was like, he was crying there. He was scared because he didn't know what was going on, and nobody knew what was going on. We found out later on. It took a while to find out what really, really, really happened. So unfortunately, we can't reverse time, or we can't reverse history, but we can always remember it and respect it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. But no, Carlos, man, thank you for
The
telling us a story.
blackout, 9/11. Even my personal demons with my ex. Like you said, we can't change the past, but we can remember it and
Learn.
respect that it happened.
Yeah, man. You gotta do is live life and learn. That's all you can do. Live life, learn.
Exactly. Facts.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, we
So,
got our troll. Um, Tank Prime Time. No, not at all. Is that the answer you wanted, or you wanted something better? No. Yes, I will be in his shadow. As long as
yeah.
you keep me there, I will be in his shadow. I have no problem with that. I don't need to be the leader to make money. Thank you.
Yo, yo, Charles,
I'm
this
not,
is a
I'm not even gonna
member.
block you. I'm not even gonna block you. You keep commenting. It's all good.
This is a remembrance between us Dominicanos and us New Yorkers and us Bronxies. So save that for another day.
I don't worry about that. I'm not worried about that person. I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but
Hmm.
it's all good. I'm not worried about it. So yeah, man. That's the thing about 9/11, man. You just sit back, you start thinking about it. Today was the day you just think about everything that went on that day, man. But it's over.
That
Now
is
it's
like
20.
New York period. I think the 2000, that's probably the decade for us New Yorkers, bro.
Yeah.
It
No,
was a
not even.
crazy decade.
Yeah, I mean, it was life, bro. I'm telling you, life, live and learn. That's it. That's all you can do, man. Can't do nothing else. You put on your pants one leg at a time. If you do it the other way, then that means you're laying down. So you're doing it the lazy way.
So
You know,
I'm gonna be in the chat, bro. Hopefully, other people from New York who lived during those times can share their stories.
not a
Later,
problem, brother.
Babo.
Thank you for letting me know. Have a good one. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, Tank. I'm not sure who you are. But, I'm kind of thinking I know who you are, but I'm not gonna care either. Either way, I'm not gonna care much. Yeah, but that was my story for 9/11. Like I said, I also wanted to test out the stream. I had to come back to StreamYard, so I want to test it out because tomorrow we'll be doing the fantasy football. Um, and besides that, so far I think it's like 16 teams so far at 25 apiece. So it's not a bad pot so far to start for week one. And trying to see if more people join, or we'll see what goes on there. I am dropping the link if anybody wants to come up. There's not much people in here. It's already late night. I want to be on for another 20 minutes and then call it a night. Get everything ready for tomorrow. Get some sleep. My girl fell asleep already. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that. Um, but yeah, if anybody wants to jump up, the link is there. I'm gonna be on for another 20 minutes. I think JB fell asleep during the taping. He was drinking a little bit too much wine. He loved that wine, and me, I wasn't drinking. I was drinking some Coke Zero. Now I gotta drink some water, which getting it straight from the ocean. I gotta find a better picture than that though. I don't think the picture's as clear as I wanted it to be, but what we gonna do? What can we do, man? I wish we just jumped right. I just jumped right in thinking that it wasn't gonna be too uh too much time here anyway. So, But yeah, man, everybody looking forward to the games tomorrow. I mean, the Bucks won 28-26. So let me see if I can find something there. This is the Cowboys. Let me see. Actually, let me see if there's any highlights. All right, I want to go with the highlights here. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing. Trying to get the highlights, but yeah, no. You see, I'm trying to bring that up. That's why I was trying to do trying to bring something without bringing it to the screen because I wasn't prepared for it. But unfortunately, I don't know. My internet's okay. Here we go. If my internet's gonna cooperate. Okay, hold on 1 second. I got. I mean, you won't be able to hear it, but I got the highlights. All right, let's see. Yeah, no, you're not gonna be able to see it. You won't be able to see it. Let me take that off. I gotta set that up right for tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't get to catch the game, but I saw that they did win towards the end. I was actually watching a TikTok. The TikTok video was hilarious. I don't know if I have it though. Let me see. Let me see if I got it here. But all right, everybody's writing on Facebook. I won't be able to see what's up to everybody there. But I'm trying to see. I think I sent it to my girl, and I should have it on my. Hold on 1 second. No, I didn't think I sent it. It was hilarious. It was about some guy who was a Cowboys fan, and he's depressed. Oh, and then his girl goes, "Baby, I'm pregnant. You know we've been trying. I'm pregnant." And he goes, "I don't need a baby right now. What I need is a kicker." And she was like, "But you're not excited? How am I gonna be excited? We just lost." And then she goes to the bathroom and he's throwing up, crying. It was, TikTok be having some funny videos, man. I mean, people are creative, and it had like 1 million views and stuff. I'm like, wow, like, but it was funny. And mind you, he just did it the other day because it was 2 days after. Um, Not even 1 day after. But yeah, the Bucks are looking good again. I'm a Bears fan. I'm a Chicago Bears fan. I've been a Bears fan since '86. You know, it's just like with me and the Mets. The reason why I'm a Mets fan was because the first time I ever watched baseball was the Mets World Series versus the Red Sox, and the first time I watched Super Bowl was the Bears versus the Patriots. So I'm pretty sure if the Red Sox, I don't have hatred to the Red Sox. I just don't like the Yankees. But when it comes to football, I would have been a Patriots fan if they would have won that year. But I started watching with the refrigerator Perrys and the Gaylord Perry. I mean, I get it. I'm sorry. Oh my God, Walter Payton and all them people. Oh yeah, Brady's already earned that right. Brady deserves all the rights. Brady could throw his left hand, and it shouldn't be a problem. Like at that point, it shouldn't be a problem at all. I've never listen. I've never been a fan of Tom Brady until 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I said this man deserves all the respect in the world. Oh, I got some chips there, but I see that it says this phone. Well, this I'm gonna be getting off soon anyway. But yeah, no, I started respecting Brady now a lot more than I did before. Uh, he's just that good. He's just that good. Okay, let me see what is going on Facebook. All right. But yeah, no, I was a big. I've now respect Brady, especially last year after winning it in Tampa, and he's so good he could throw the Super Bowl with no issue. That guy's amazing to watch. He definitely is amazing. But Blade, were you a fan of Brady going to the Bucks, or were you just you like the Bucks prior to Brady being there, and you guys just hit the lotto? Which one? Which one were you? Because I would love to say I was a Brady fan and this and that. Oh yeah, absolutely. I hate having to call him that. You're absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with what you're saying there because it's absolutely correct. The goat, definitely. He actually, I don't know if you caught it, Blade. I actually got a video I posted of like him doing some golf and throwing the balls like to three kids saying Wes Walker and Rob and all that. Um, but I got two shirts that I made inspired with the goat saying, and it was because of Brady. So I can't even say he didn't influence my clothing line because even that. I mean, my girl wore those shirts. I haven't worn them yet. I haven't made them for myself yet, but yeah, definitely, Brady's the goat. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm also gonna focus on building that little channel, that little playlist up too of all the goat sayings, motivational stuff, some Jay Z motivation. Some actually, I saw this video. I'm a big fan of. It's I'm gonna post it under the goat mindset from a wrestling manager, Paul Heyman, um, where he breaks down basically if somebody can do the job better than him, they can have it because he doesn't want to be. I don't want to be second to anybody. I think that's the right way to approach it. You can always support each other, but you should always strive to be the best, even if you're not. I'm a big believer in that. So I think the goat mindset is pretty good. Um, yeah, I would say I don't even think it was Brady. It was Belichick. I mean, Belichick made it look like the team was the reason they won, not Brady. So I give you that. But he actually had a good reason to do that because he could. Because remember, they also won it. They did great with Garoppolo. They did great with I forgot the other quarterback. So they did great prior and after and during, not after, but during the time that Brady was hurt and stuff. So I get why Belichick thought Brady was just additional, but last year sealed all of it. Brady going to Tampa and being Brady and being that damn good. Mm-mm. Look at the Saints. The Saints. I literally lost $400 because the Saints sat out Alvin Kamara because they were winning by so much, and then I lost because of that. And then the Buccaneers beat them in the playoffs. Yeah, definitely. So I was saying, Blade. I'm gonna. So I mean, I'm not sure if you caught it. I even dropped a video explaining the rules to it. I do a fantasy football on Sundays. I've been doing it. We've been. I'm not gonna say. I keep saying I, but it's we. A group of friends of mine that love gambling. We used to gamble on bowling and everything. We're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a the gambling on Sunday. So you pick two quarterbacks that play tomorrow from 1 o'clock to to the Bears Rams game. Nothing from Thursday, nothing from Monday. It's because we want to know who the winner is by Monday morning. So that's why we do only the Sunday games. Since we're a lot of us do side bets. It's ridiculous how much money gets thrown around. I'm usually betting about $200. Yeah, I saw the Cam Newton thing. I saw the Cam Newton thing. But you know what? He wasn't the answer for them anyway. I mean, I think they're gonna probably regret the Cam Newton thing. I think Cam Newton needed to be more comfortable there, but you know, time will tell. Uh, I liked Cam Newton in that environment, but I don't think the team was just that good. So okay, so Blake, so this is exact rules, and I'm gonna be on live from 1 to 7, but this is how the rules work. Um, okay, this I know I can bring up. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to my fantasy football thing. Okay, this is the fantasy football, and now let me stretch this out. Okay, so actually let me stretch it out a little bit more so it can be see clear. Okay, so now you can see it. All right, so at the top position, you see your name goes up on the top bar. You got to choose two quarterbacks that play on that day, on Sunday. So you can pick from any team that's not the Ravens, that's not the. Let me see. I got it. I got it. I got it here. Uh, oh no, I don't have it. I don't have it ready. Well, it's the two teams that play on Monday, and then the Bucks and the Cowboys. So I know it's the Ravens. I forgot who the Ravens play, but you can't pick any of them. You can pick any quarterback that plays tomorrow. Two quarterbacks that play tomorrow, two running backs that play tomorrow, two wide receivers, one tight end, one defensive team, and one kicker. We go by the point system of ESPN. So at the end, all the points get added up to be the total where that zero those zeros are at. The highest score wins. It's $25 to join per team. So if you want to do one team or two teams, you can pick two. I do usually about three, 2 to 3, just to make the pot sweeter. Um, Sometimes I go with the heart on one of them, and then the other two I go with studying who's better to play. So the one thing is I need teams done by noon. I need the teams done by noon. So you pick the players you want. If you give it to me by noon, you can still change players that you could change players prior to 1 o'clock. But I tell everybody to send the cash app once they send the team, and then from there, you can't change anything. So if your player gets hurt, his whatever points he gets, that's the points you get. The one thing I can do is like if somebody let's say somebody goes and puts Brady, I'm like, no, Brady already played. You have to choose a different quarterback, stuff like that. But yeah, I need everything by 12 o'clock, 12:15, the latest, because I like to update the board and send everybody a list that is playing, a list of the teams by 1:10. But once 1 o'clock hits, it's over. I'm gonna submit my team around, I would say 11 o'clock. I'll put out my teams because you know, I want to make sure people don't think that I'm stealing one of their players type thing. I mean, even though some people might have the same exact players, but that's why at the end I tell people to give me what they think the Bears and Rams combined score is, because if you do that, okay, say me and you have the same team and we get the same points, but I have the Bears and the Rams combined 42 points and you have them 57, and it's 51 points combined, that means you would win because you're 6 away and I'm 8 away. You understand? So if it's everything comes out completely tied, then that's split pot. But it's 65% for the winner, 25% for second place, and then third place gets 10%. So I'm gonna show you another example of one from last season that I showed before. Okay. Let's see if this comes out. Mm, no, it didn't come out. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Fantasy football. Okay, so this is what it would look like. Okay, so uh, that was the wrong one. Okay, so this is last year, week 4. All right. So this is an example here. Okay. Um, I'll send you the email, my email, and my Cash App information through. I think we're friends on social media, so I'm gonna send it to you through there, and then that way you can choose the players you want to play, and then just send me the amount of teams you want to put in and stuff like that. But by 12. But I'll send you the information as soon as I get off this chat. But this is the example. Like this is me last season. On this ticket, I I scored 170 because Dak Prescott had a great game. Matt Stafford did okay. Ezekiel did okay, but Chubb and Jimmy Graham killed me. Seahawks and the defense for the Ravens defense was bad that game. It looks like, but now if you keep looking at the other tickets did even worse. This is me and this is a friend of mine, Raheem, and this is the scores he had. Well, I had here worse, 135. Um, a rule sheet in what sense? Because it's not one of those that you pick teams. It's the players only. I'm not sure what the rule sheet is because I know this is like the rule sheet is stuff like that, but it's only the players that play. Like I said, once you pick your players, if they get injured or anything like that, you get whatever points he gets. If he gets zero because he got injured, then unfortunate that's your ticket. So like you can see here, AJ Green, I think he got injured that game, so it only gave me 1.3 points. And then Robbie Gold just had 2 extra points that day. So it just depends. And at the end, everything sums up. It's gonna be about maybe I know right now it's about 15 to 16 teams that are signed up already. So the pot's bigger. If you're top 3, you make something. That's the fun part. I just love gambling. Now I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show. Okay, I'm gonna show this one here. Okay. I don't know why it looks like that, but I'll take it. Okay, so this is. Let me. I can't get it. I can't get it perfectly because I don't know why it didn't save right. But if you look at it, as you can see, first place, the person who won had 198 points. I came out in fourth place on this one. One of my tickets came out in fourth place, 170.32, which was the ticket with Dak Prescott and Matthew Stafford. My second, the Raheem ticket came out to 142, and my second ticket came out to 135. But the loser of the week, I remember that week. I know who it is. One of my boys. Well, it was bad. 106.6. So if you are in last place, you are the top loser of the week. You don't get anything. You don't get a congratulations. You just are the top loser of the week. I hate to say it like that, but I love to talk trash, so it does count for the same. And now this is the teams. I'll send you this picture as well, where it shows you the eligible teams and the teams that are not eligible. Okay, these are the teams. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess. I mean, it's really simple. It's just pick your players and hope you don't mess up, and they score a lot of points. But I just like doing it like this instead of going team for team because sometimes you draft a team and you got to stick with that team, and that shit just sucks to me. I mean, I won a season like that before, but it's not my favorite thing. But these are the teams that are eligible for tomorrow. So there's no Cowboys, no Bucks, no Ravens, no Raiders. Everybody else is up for grabs. So you get to choose from other teams in black. But I'll send you this info now. I'm gonna probably log off in a bit. I just want to get up and see everything works, so that way tomorrow I can go ahead and continue doing what I gotta do. Want to make this channel bigger, and hopefully it gets there. But I'm about to log out. So Blade, I'm gonna send you that in a few minutes. For anybody who's listening, tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'm 10 p.m. Sorry, 10 a.m. We'll be dropping the next episode of the Ultimate Perspective with myself and JB the Jeweler. We covered interesting topics. I'm going to post a thumbnail in a few minutes. It's very interesting. JB got a very interesting and crazy story about something that just recently happened. It's not to disrespect anybody, but you know, it was just interesting. So you already know. All right, no problem, no problem, babe. I'm gonna send you the info, and then tomorrow you can handle it tomorrow. If anything, I just want to send it because in case I oversleep a little bit, because tomorrow I don't have anything to do early in the morning. But have a great night, okay? And everybody else, have a great night. I'm logging out. Peace.